Well, this is certainly something, Strabra, Strathbray, beautiful valley. I'm up high, very remote here, and overlooking Loch Allen there. Beautiful views of Loch Allen, and there's the door. Kind of a broken up door here, but it's wonderful to be here. And there I am, up close to the door. It's almost as if someone's come along here and planted their Christmas tree. But I'll look into that a bit closer. Yes, very Christmas tree-like, very bushy. So is that a Douglas fir or is it a spruce? And windmills there behind us, wind turbines in the sunset. Just some fascinating storytelling by Folklore. I hope I pronounced his name correctly. He's a musician, and if you come here and listen, call up, phone the door, you'll actually hear him play a tune at the end. And it's a tune you might recognize as well. But what he did, as I've shown you in the previous parts, incredible scenery from here. He introduces us to the key parts of the scenery, and of course, like many of the doors on the Amach series, the two things that come out of the landscape is the Slieve na Éireann, the Iron Mountain, and She Moor, the biggest of the fairy hills, and you can see them from here. Just one little spoiler, Fiachra was describing the Slieve na Éireann, which is, you can see behind on the picture here. Like some of the other storytellers on the Amach to the Field doors, he said this is where the Tuatha De Danann landed in a mist. What he also added, the Tuatha De Danann landed on Slieve na Éireann on the 1st of May. Think about that one. And he also explains you can see on a clear day 6 counties, which counties they are. Come here and visit and call it up yourself, so I'm not going to list them. But he does say on the clearest of the day, and I'm surprised because it is very clear, but to the west it's cloudy, probably is showering. But he says Croagh Patrick appears on a very clear day and a very clear evening, but not for me this evening. An interesting thing that was pointed out, can you see to the left of the door that sort of ditch that sort of goes downhill beside that what I call the Christmas tree, and then you've got that hedging down below. That's actually the boundary of Leitrim and Roscommon. So it was explained. I think you'll find it's Roscommon to the right, Leitrim to the left. So down that gap there, it goes down to a stream, and the stream I think follows that hedge in the field there, and that is the border with Roscommon on the right, Leitrim on the left. Folklore tells us about lovely stories of the people that lived around here on the townlands. There's only sort of 5-6 people now, but I think he said there were 80. So there's lovely stories of the different characters and what they did. Probably the one of the interesting, because he's a musician himself, is that just over the hill here, yes, just over the hill on the road here, I don't know if I'll get there myself, I got to turn around anyway somewhere, is a musician, or lived a musician. I'm not going to give his name. Another reason for you to come out here to find out who he is, get his name. I'll tell you that he is a flautist, or was a flautist. That musician was apparently the very first musician to record Irish traditional music onto a gramophone disc. I don't know, I suppose they made them out of Bakelite in those days, but it was the first traditional music that people could buy on a record to put on a gramophone. So people, especially around Leitrim and around Ireland, would just buy themselves a gramophone player just to be able to buy this LP, not LP, probably a single or whatever it was, 78 RPM in those days, just to actually listen to some traditional music on the newfangled gramophone. This particular flautist, he composed lots of tunes. Give a list of them and you'll recognise some of them as being tunes that you actually hear in sessions in Céilís. All was composed here, where the first tunes were put on the gramophone record, and it's a good reason for coming here. I don't think there's anything else I can tell you without it being a spoiler. It's a beautiful view, worth coming up here. It's one of the prettiest door views on this series of the Amach to the Field. just come out here and call up the number and listen to yourself, because I only give you a review of a little part of this. So I'll see you again at another one of these doors, the Amach to the Field doors, until I get to another one. Thank you for watching this. So before I go, there's a view of the sunset. I can't get to any more doors this evening. Wish I could. It's been a beautiful day. Still several doors I'd like to visit around here and listen to the stories. I hope we get a day like this, but it's not in the forecast at the moment. So there we have the sunset, and also you've got the turbines doing their thing as well into the sunset.